Good morning. I'm on my way to work, and I just wanted to talk about a topic. 37 people shot this weekend in Chicago, 10 dead. Again, this is the city we live in, and I think that the mayor and the police chief are in denial the fact that it is getting worse. They keep saying it's getting better, but in reality, the only reason the murder rate isn't higher than it is because of the fact that we have the best emergency rooms in the whole world here in the city of Chicago. And I know I've probably said this in other places, but if you make it to a Chicago emergency room alive, you have a pretty good chance of staying alive, because they are, bar none, the best emergency rooms, whether it's Cook County Hospital or Christ Hospital on the south side, or Northwestern Hospital downtown, or Illinois Masonic on the north side. All of these hospitals are phenomenal hospitals, and I may have actually missed one of the major trauma centers in Chicago. I'm not sure whether the University of Chicago is actually a trauma center, but this is the city we live in, and until we address the issue of the drug war in a very substantive way, we are going to continue to have the violence. In fact, it's only going to get worse. And my belief is that the only realistic solution to the problem of the drug war in the city and around the country is to legalize drugs. I know that sounds like a radical solution to some of you, and some of you might say you're crazy, but the problem is that if you look at the social problems that are created by the drug laws are worse than the drugs themselves. And so at some point you have to say, we're never going to get rid of the problem of drug addiction, and all of our drug laws have failed. This is very, very similar to prohibition back in around the turn, just after the turn of the century, when we as Americans did a crazy experiment and banned alcohol production and sale in this country, thinking that it would be a good thing. And we had the same thing on the streets of Chicago. We had murder and mayhem on the streets. The people that love the drug laws the most are the thugs on the street that benefit from the illegal drug trade. And if you legalized it, you could tax it, you could regulate it, just like we do alcohol today. And I think you would get much further as a society by doing those things. And so I think it's really time that we take a serious look at this topic. I know that conservatives tend to get squirmy, and we tend to be law and order, and we love lock them up and throw them in prison, but that isn't working either. And all we're doing is we're creating worse criminals every time we send one of these guys to jail for a minor drug offense. And I think we're creating worse sociological problems. So my perspective is we need to take a serious look at this topic. Otherwise, we are going to be in trouble in the future. It's only going to get worse, and we are living in a war zone in Chicago. Fortunately, it's only certain neighborhoods. It's not in my neighborhood, but every once in a while it does flow over into my neighborhood. Someone gets shot over by Morgan Park High School or someplace like that, which isn't too far from my house. So this is the city we live in. Thanks, Rahm Emanuel. Thanks, Mayor Daley. Thanks for creating such a great city.